2 Ben Alderman. My jump rope. That's my pair of dumbbells, 50s. Platform for me to jump up to my toes bar there. All right, so while I'm sitting with the remote, you guys see I'm wandering around. Maybe you can't see on the video, but the Drake looking fella that is in the frame right now is my buddy Renee. We've been working out together for, gosh, for sure, 6 or 7 years. And fellow old guy like myself, former competitor, and we just get after it. And we had a chance to work out tonight together for the first time in a while. So he actually stayed with me for quite a while in this workout. Watch his pace as well, the way he moves. All right, so I'm still recovering from that effort. Hanging out at home now with my kiddos and just reflecting back on this workout. So my goal was 4 minutes, every 4 minutes to be able to do 5 rounds. I figured if I was able to do that, since there's 5 4-minute chunks in there, I'd have 25 rounds. Well, I marked my board that way. I kind of set myself up that way. And you'll see early on I step out into the workout and I'm able to kind of do something pretty close to that. In fact, I get ahead of that pace, and we'll see just how that goes and where that leads me. All right, so I really liked my setup for this. I liked how where the dumbbells were placed, the bar, and the jump rope. If you notice in the video, I really take a purposeful approach to how I set down my jump rope and how I pick it up. One time I actually fumbled it, but obviously didn't affect the workout too much. It was probably a small break that I would have needed regardless. Then also making that quick transition to the dumbbells. Granted, I didn't pick them up each time as fast as I should have, but it was close enough that I kept my transitions really, really tight. And that transition from the dumbbell to the toe bar, I really like that. I had a small step up. I used 3 mats, additional black mats, to bring me up to the bar where I was doing my toes to bar. And I raised it up a little bit because I wanted to use a high bar because, one, I like the width of the 6-foot bar. I also like the clearance for when I was doing dumbbell thrusters underneath the rig. So this is a good setup, and one I recommend for most people if you have that kind of gym where you can do something like that and you're not constrained in that. There may be a more linear approach, something like Annie Thorstadter did in her workout, but I really do like this setup for where I'm at and for my current fitness level. A transition that's a little long, going from rope to thruster was okay. I like having my board up next to me so I can kind of see where I was at. All right, so I really liked my setup for this. I liked how where the dumbbells were placed, the bar, and the jump rope. If you notice in the video, I really take a purposeful approach to how I set down my jump rope and how I pick it up. One time I actually fumbled it, but obviously didn't affect the workout too much. It was probably a small break that I would have needed regardless. Then also making that quick transition to the dumbbells. Granted, I didn't pick them up each time as fast as I should have, but it was close enough that I kept my transitions really, really tight. And that transition from the dumbbell to the total bar, I really like that. I had a small step up. I used 3 mats, additional black mats, to bring me up to the total bar, or to the bar, where I was doing my toes to bar. And I raised it up a little bit because I wanted to use a high bar because, one, I like the width of the 6-foot bar. I also like the clearance for when I was doing dumbbell thrusters underneath the rig. So this is a good setup, and one I recommend for most people if you have that kind of gym where you can do something like that and you're not constrained in that. There may be a more linear approach, something like Annie Thorstadter did in her workout, but I really do like this setup for where I'm at and for my current fitness level. A transition that's a little long, going from rope to thruster was okay. I liked having my board up next to me so I could kind of see where I was at. All right, last couple things to think about. So how does this affect you? When you go about doing this workout, one thing is you want to look at how you move in comparison to an athlete like me. So I'm not a Noah Olson, who is maybe a little on the shorter side of athletes. I'm also not a very tall athlete. I'm trying to think of a tall athlete at this point. It escapes me. I'm not very tall. I'm an average height guy, 5'10", and about 210, 215 pounds as it sits right now. And what does that mean for you? You should look and see how you handle your movements compared to the way I was handling them. So you kind of know the way you look when you do thrusters with 50-pound dumbbells. You know how you look doing high volume toes to bar and double unders. And if you're an athlete who already moves maybe more proficient than me, then what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to find a way to stick to a game plan. So I finished 24 rounds, a little spoiler alert, and plus 13 double unders. So I don't remember my score, you can do the math on that. But 24 plus 13 double unders. And what you're gonna have to find is the pace that you can maintain. And you know what, you're gonna fight real hard for the first 12 minutes. You're gonna maintain that pace, maybe in 14, 15 minutes if you're a good athlete. But that last 5 minutes, you work so hard to establish the pace to get a great score. You've got to find a way to stay committed and not let yourself off the hook. And you know what? It's easy 15, 16 minutes in to start feeling sorry for yourself and how this workout's getting hard and this is dumb and it's too long. But you really have to go dark and remember, a guy who just ran a marathon in under 2 hours. people clean and jerking 600 pounds. There's all these things happening. And if this is physically the hardest thing you've ever done, then maybe you should stop. But if it's not the hardest thing you've ever done, you've put in so much work in that 15 minutes, you should just see it through to the end. So I had fun trying to play the mental games. I don't remember a single song that came on the radio. I thought that the person who was working out with me, Renee, was with me the entire time. I thought maybe I was a round or two ahead of him, and he was doing really good. Turns out he was doing good for him, but he was, I was 5 or 6 rounds ahead of him because I was so caught up in what I was doing. So make sure that you attack this workout in a way that's both physical and mental. Stay with it. Don't let rounds, whatever they are in the last 4 minutes, just get to your head. Keep an emom pace. Keep a sub-emom pace if you're that athlete. Keep a 110 pace, but figure out a way to stay committed to whatever it is that you started with. I say that game plans are kind of like serious dating relationships. You don't break them off just for any reason. You gotta do something major. And if you break them off, you gotta go all in on the break off too. So don't go back to it. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on this workout. Watch the rest of this if you want to. I'm not going to jump in here and give you any more commentary, but that should give you something to think about. A strategy that I would lean towards, if you guys know you're an emom athlete, and you guys are figuring that out now, you're an emom athlete, is try to get 6 rounds in 4 minutes and then settle into your emom pace. That's going to give you 2 extra rounds, giving you a score of 22. If you can keep 6 rounds in 4 minutes twice, that's going to be 12 rounds in 8 minutes, and you'll have a 12-minute emom to finish. You're going to get 24 rounds. Pretty good score. It's what I got. Anyway, guys, have a great workout. Let me know how it goes. Hope this video helps you. Subscribe, share it with friends, and let me know how it goes, like I said.
Up. Great. 24. Good? Yeah. Awesome.